As most of you record collectors probably already know, the Pathe company entered the U.S. market in 1914 with its odd etched center start type records. And by 1915, June of 1915, they started to produce records more typical than those typical of those sold in the United States. These were rim start records and included sizes 10.5 inch, 11.5 inch, and the very large 14 inch. Later, by 1920, Pathe reduced its 10.5 inch size to 10 inch. But the interesting thing is these very large 14 inch records, and I was able to find some of these quite a ways back. And they put these out because actually their sales in Europe prior to coming to the United States were quite good for the larger records, but the American public, it appeared, really didn't know any records larger than 12 inches, so not very many of these were sold, and the production of Pathe 14-inch records was curtailed in 1916. And so not too many of these are found, and especially not the folders that they go in. I happen to find this very nice folder which has all the typical verbiage down here for a Pathe record. It says Pathe disc should be played at the speed of 80 revolutions per minute, except records marked made in France or Belgium, which would be played at a speed of 90 revolutions per minute. One thing that was advantageous about the 14-inch records was that they were made at a higher groove speed under the stylus, which allowed for better tracing and high frequencies and louder recording levels. But this did not seem to override the drawbacks of the American public had with them, so not too many of these were sold. I'm going to put one of these on for you right now, and this one is called Louise. It's not the Marie Chevalier Louise, that was much later. This is a Louise selection played by the Pathe military band. This is going to demonstrate the loudness and the clarity of tone that these 14-inch records possessed. And you'll notice that at one point I'm going to close the lid because it gets so loud I'm starting to get feedback. So here's Louise played by the Pathe military band, and this will demonstrate the superior of tone and loudness being projected from this amazing 14-inch record. This, I believe, is from one of the first ones, probably from around 1915. pretty amazing tone and volume that was capable of being emanated from that larger 14-inch Pathés, but they didn't sell, and as I said, these are very, very hard to find today, and along with the dust jacket, and definitely the albums are even rarer. I happened to find an album full of these some years ago. So if you ever wind up with one, they're playable on most Pathe machines, and also they're usually playable on the Sonora machines. I find that maybe the larger Brunswicks could accommodate them as well. I hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the loudness and tone quality of the rare and hard to find Pathe 14-inch records that were made sometime around 1915, ending in 1960.